Well, good morning, YouTube. Are you guys ready for another tree cutting video? I hope so, because that's what you're getting. And we've got a special guest star. Talon showed up.
Try to get that wood.
He drove up from Florida today. He's going to come work the rallies with us. So Zach is out of town. And Zach's been helping me with cutting down these trees. So since Zach's out of town and Talon's in town, Talon's helping. So what we've got here is this group of 3. And then there's 3 other trees here that we want to take out because they are leaning over the buildings again. And a couple of them have already been broken. So we got to be careful. There's literally broken limbs hanging out up there. What people commonly refer to as widowmakers. And then here at the back of the building, there's a small grouping of trees as well. Now, the big tree we took down in the previous video was over there on the other side. These are much smaller, but they're still leaning towards the building. So we're going to use the same practices. We're going to use the rope and the pulley and the excursion to pull them away from the buildings as we cut them. Now, none of these trees are big enough to do that plunge cut. So it's going to just have to be a notch with the back cut. And hopefully everything goes good. Like this one looks a little weird. Can you see that one? Let me turn the camera. It's already leaning. Storm, it is just leaning over and it's caught up in another tree there. Now, it's obviously not threatening the building at the moment, but might as well take it down because it's uprooted and at some point it's just going to die anyways. But that one's going to be tricky because it's not going to want to fall. And all of these down branches, they're kind of in the way. So we're going to start by cutting these up and stacking this stuff off to the side so that we can get in here and do what we got to do safely. Well, guys, again, with both hands on a chainsaw, I forgot to pull up the camera, record a lot of what we did, but we cleaned out all the brush that was in this area. There's a bunch of down limbs like this one. And I dropped one tree over there and it fell the wrong way, luckily not towards the house. I was trying to lay it out there in the woods and it laid this way, got caught up in that tree. Talon grabbed it with a skid steer and pulled it out of the tree after I made a couple more cuts. Would have been a great video if I'd have thought to pull up the camera, but it was in kind of a dangerous spot. Talon's having fun playing with the skid steer now. You know, he was working a job in Florida where he was actually an equipment operator, but not in a skid steer. He was in more of an articulated loader. So he's having fun learning this. I dropped these 2 little trees and just laid them down in the woods. I think we're going to clean them up tomorrow. I dropped a tree over there and laid it down in the woods. All of these still lean towards the shop. All of those, except for this one goofy one, lean towards the shop. So those are all the ones that we're gonna have to rig up before we cut them down, or we're losing light. So we decided to just stop now. We've at least got the area clean. We're not tripping over a bunch of stuff. So then we do make these cuts, you know, it's as safe as it can be. So we'll be back at it tomorrow. All right, guys, the next morning, and before we decided to start cutting some trees, wanted to take care of some of these roof panels that were moving around. So I went to Fastenal and I got some larger screws. Now, they're not real long, but they're fatter. And because some of these screws pulled out of the wood that was underneath, I needed something fatter to bite. The wood it's going through is only 3/4 of an inch, so going longer wouldn't have done any good because the screws that are in there had already ripped out. So we're hoping that this will work. There's a few of them that we're still not getting any bite. So this is just kind of a temporary repair. We're gonna have to do something in the future to permanently repair it. But like I said, we leave for Laconia in 2 days. So I wanted something to help kind of keep this roof held down. So if another storm comes through, it's not already weakened. It's not gonna be perfect, but we're doing what we can do. All right, guys, so now we're back over here at the trees. So we have a strap around. We see there's a group of 3 here behind me. The biggest of them, which is right there, that one. We've got the strap around that one. It is running back through the woods here to that big tall tree right there with the pulley, and then the rope's coming back through here to the skid steer. Now, this tree is really too small to kind of do that plunge cut thing that I did on the big tree. So we're just going to do a traditional notch cut and then back cut it. But we're going to preload it. Once I get the notch cut, we'll start preloading a little bit. And if I need to, I'll even grab a wedge and tap in there a little bit when I start making the cut. Because this one is really leaning towards the building. I don't know if it really shows up on camera, but all this group of trees leans towards the building. Like I said, we dropped that big one. I think we can do this as well.
More tension. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go.
I'll have to find a bolt for the chain. We'll worry about that in a little bit. So let's undo the rigging and let's move to these trees.
You don't want to use the rigging just to pull that over real quick?
Huh? Here, why don't we just get that done?
Yeah, before you unhook it all?
Yeah, but the rigging isn't going to help us with this.
Why not?
Oh, you just want to try to pull the tree over?
Yeah, because the root's already halfway ripped out.
Already half there. I mean, the only thing that's holding it up is that.
At that point, you might just be able to get it with a skid steer and just pick it up.
Unhook it, we'll find out.
No chainsaw necessary on that one. Hi guys, and Katie's been practicing working with the skid steer as well, so she's been doing a little bit of moving around for us.
Slow moving.
Slow stuff, nothing fancy, guys.
All right, now come in straight to me.
Good?
Well, definitely not an expert, but at least she's willing to try.
All women should.
Okay, so now we have moved the rigging over to this next bunch of trees. So there are 5. Now these 3 kind of share a base root structure, but we're gonna cut them down individually one by one. But we're gonna start with the furthest tree first. And that's already got kind of a widowmaker on it. You see that's a broken branch up there, or a broken top, I should say, that's kind of hanging down. So we're gonna be really careful on that. And it's got a little offshoot as well. Now we've got the rope going around both of them, so hopefully it'll all work well. All right, guys, so we got ourselves in a little bit of a predicament here. Well, you saw the rope just broke when we were pulling. I guess a little bit too much tension on it. And because this tree has got this little fork, hindsight being 2020, what I should have done is taken the small section off first. But I was worried that it was kind of bonded with the tree and it wouldn't work. But now it's kind of trying to come loose. We've got it tied together up there so that the trees come down as one unit. But now it's pinching the blade so bad that I can't get the saw out. And as we put more tension on it, hopefully trying to leverage it out, it just pinched the blade even worse. I've even got a wedge in there, not working so well. Challenging part is now we got the saw free, we got a wedge in there, but now I got to get the saw in front of the wedge to finish the cut. It's not easy, so I'm trying to plunge cut it from the two sides and line them all up. Normally I would have cut further in before I put a wedge in there, but we're gonna make it happen one way or the other.
Little bit, Bear. Go, 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 go. Nope, stop, stop.
All right, guys, we averted one incident just to get ourselves into another one. So Zach showed up and he drove the wedge in a little further. I was able to finish the cut. And then the strap we had around the tree over yonder broke, and our pulley come flying back this way. Luckily, it didn't come in close to hitting any of us, but the tree was already starting to go, and it came back, and it set. Of course, now my blade is pinched again. The wedge is still in there. So what we've done is we've moved the skid steer over here. We're kind of pushing the tree a little bit, and we've moved the excursion over. We're going to use the excursion to pull, the skid steer to push. I mean, we're so close. One of the things that's screwing us up here is my back cut, I didn't get straight. I got it crooked. So I'm lining up on, from my point of view, the left side of the tree just perfect. The right side of the tree is about an inch below my notch cut. So it's a little bit more tension than we wanted. I'm just going through. Eventually it'll be weakened and it'll go. As long as it doesn't go that way and hit the house.
You push a little. You pull a little.
Go, 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 go. Both of you, go, 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 go. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Just needed a little nudge.
All right, guys, it was apparent that our chainsaw blade was getting very dull, so Zach volunteered to sharpen it. Truth is, I don't even know how to sharpen a chainsaw blade. Never done it before.
I learned last week.
Just kidding. All right, so Zach is done sharpening the chainsaw. We've got the skid steer pushing against the tree a little bit. Zach's going to jump in the excursion and tug a little bit. I'm going to cut a little bit. All right, that one came down pretty easy. We didn't get it on film because Katie was inside making us some sandwiches, and she has been the camera person today. Girl, woman, chick, whatever. So now we've got the bunch of these three. So we're going to start with this one and then do that one and then do that one. So right now we're hooking to the truck. Oh, and it looks like Katie just showed up with the sandwiches. Well, actually, I may have been wrong. I guess Talon was recording from his phone on that last tree from inside the skid steer. Now we've got the next tree rigged up, and so Zach's gonna go jump in the truck. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna push it with a skid steer, pull it with the truck. It was really easy that time. So here's one of the things that I struggle with is getting my cuts straight, like in level. It just doesn't seem to work well for me. So sometimes even after I get my notch cut, Then I try to do my back cut and connect to the notch. I miss it on one side and not the other. It's one of those things that just takes practice, and I just don't have enough of it, even though I feel like I've cut a lot of trees this weekend.
Timber! Come on, there we go. Good job.
Go.
Go.
Well, guys, looks like all that was pretty much a success. And while we had the machines here, we decided to go ahead and drop a couple of limbs off of this magnolia because they were leaning over the building. Now you can see it's completely open. Nothing is touching the building now. All right, guys, it's a little bit after 6, about 10 after 6 now. And we're done with the cleanup there, at least as much as we're going to do anyways. And the welder called me, the water tank for Goliath. He said he should be done with it in about 30 minutes. So I hosed off to get all the sawdust off of me, change shirts, and I'm headed there now to go pick it up. All right, guys, I am all done here at Weld Pros in Hayesville. They did a really nice job. They did make a mistake. The two fittings that are on the top from that camera view you just saw, the one on the left was for the overflow, and I didn't want that changed. But they took the old rusty steel fitting out and welded in that new one. But they forgot to put the one that was on the right on the top of the tank, and that's what I want to redirect my new fill line to, because the way that's set up, it wasn't filled. We'll go in that in another video. That's an Amsel Adam video, not a Halstead Homestead video. But either way, looks like they did a great job. So tomorrow we're going to put this tank back in Goliath. But I think that's going to end this video, guys. Man, it's been a lot of work, and the house looks so different with all those trees moved away from it. I know we got to cutting down a bunch of trees that weren't part of the storm damage, but they were trees that I had decided before the storm had to go anyways. Some of them were threatening the house and leaning towards the house, and any storm could have just dropped them on the house. I think it's better to get them a little bit further away from the house. I love living in a forest, don't get me wrong. I want trees. These were just trees that I think were going to be more of a nuisance and more of a problem than they were a benefit. In fact, some of those ones that we took down today, they were constantly dropping branches on the roof of the shop and everything. And the magnolia tree, the branches were always going to the shop. And, and that's a spot for rodents and squirrels and rats to be able to get into your stuff easier. So it's better that they're gone. As much as it sucks to lose a tree, it's better that they're gone. But man, what a difference it makes. It's so much more light and open in there. Also, that section there to the left of the shop that we took down all those trees today, a lot of times I'll park the tractor over there, or I park the Excursion or whatever, and then if I'm gone for a month, I'll come back and there'll just be mold and mildew all over whatever I parked over there. It was always so damp, it never really fully dried out. So this way it's going to get a lot more light. Maybe there'll be improvement on that as well. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time I see you, keep those engines running.